Well, we were in the entertainment complex, and my friend and I were on level 6, looking over a railing, and we noticed a little bit of unrest down below. And then a voice came on the microphone saying, "Nothing to worry about. Everybody stay where they are. It's fine." So we just stayed where we were, and within a couple of minutes after that, the whole building went up in flames. So there was no warning really from where we were from the first time we noticed a little bit of unrest to being in the middle of the building being on fire.
And people who don't know this story, when they see the pictures of the building, you know, it sort of just looks flammable, doesn't it? Even by the standards of 1970s architecture, I mean, it just looks like something that would go up. And so it proved. I mean, the heat must have been quite intense quite quickly, I guess.
The heat was really intense. The first thing we noticed was that all the lights went off, and immediately a huge, thick, black cloud of smoke came up to where we were, and in seconds the whole wall of the building went up in flames from the floor to the ceiling. So I turned away from the railings and went to shout for my mum, who was in the sunbed area. And then my friend was pulling on my arm, saying, "Jackie, we've got to get out of here." So when we turned to go back to the railings, we were behind a crowd of people then. So we were the people that were nearest to the flames, and the heat was just unbearable. And I was hopping from one foot onto the other, trying to relieve the pain. I could feel my clothes were on fire. It was just indescribable.
And this sort of stuff never leaves you, obviously. I mean, this was, and I know it's really difficult to go back. This was obviously the last time you saw your mum, wasn't it? And a friend as well, wasn't it? Also died.
Yes, I lost my mum and my best friend. 3 of us went into that building, and I was the only one that escaped. And I've had to live with that for the rest of my life, that I left them there.
And there's been various inquiries or whatever. I mean, it was ruled, wasn't it, that the building was unsafe. And yet it's something that, it's a tragedy that doesn't instantly get talked about in British history. But, you know, there were key mistakes made, weren't there, in that building?
Yes, there were mistakes made in the construction of the building, yes. And the verdict of those that died, it was ruled as death by misadventure, and the evidence does not equate to death by misadventure.
And then now, you know, with Grenfell, although the conclusions are not fully reached, but what did you feel when you saw that 6 years ago?
That it was just horrendous. We had gone through that to stand and watch it happen again. It appeared that no lessons from Summerland had been learned whatsoever, and the people of Grenfell, that was 72 more avoidable deaths, and they should not have had to endure that pain. The lessons should have been learned from Summerland, but Summerland was expertly swept away under the carpet.
How are you spending today? I mean, this evening in particular?
I am on the Isle of Man at the moment, in respect of those that died. And I will be at one of the memorial services at 7 p.m, where I shall be saying a few words about my feelings at that event.
Jackie, thank you so much for that. I know it's extremely difficult, and you know, for our viewers who weren't around 50 years ago, they will now know about this tragedy and why it shouldn't be forgotten. But Jackie Hallam, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.